I'm Paul, Man Camper 66, and I'm back out again for the second time in 2 weeks. It's becoming a little bit of a habit now actually. On this one I'm in Wasdale Head. I've just had a quick pint in the Wasdale Head Inn and I'm just outside. I don't know whether you can see the old pack horse bridge there in the background, used in times gone by for the old pack horses. It doesn't even look as if it'll hold my weight, let alone a pack horse, but never mind. Anyway, on this one I'm going to be doing a wild camp up at Burnmoor Tarn, right next to Burnmoor Lodge. It's said to be haunted. I've got a couple of spooky tales to tell you actually later on about the place. So anyway, I'm going to go head back to the car, get ready, and we'll see you in a little bit. Well, I finally arrived. As you can see, I'm absolutely soaking wet, pissing down from the heavens. Actually, I'm going to dry myself off and I'm going to jump in the tarn down there because I couldn't get any wetter. There's Burnmoor Lodge in the background. There's my tent. Let's hope it's waterproof. I've never been so soaking. Should have brought me Lynx shower gel and had a shower. Absolutely horrendous. We'll bring you back in a bit. I haven't been able to do much footage because it's just been non-stop rain. It's really eerie up here. Visibility is pretty poor, as you can see. I mean, normally you would have been able to see Scarfell behind us there. You can't see now. Not a thing. It's been one of them camps where I felt as if everything's just been going against us, with the rain and things just going wrong. It's just been one of them sort of like days. It's a lovely place, so quiet, and you know, I'm just starting to chill a little bit now. That rain stopped, touch wood, for the time being, so we're just going to see how it goes. Like I say, I feel a little bit better now anyway. I've had something to eat, I've warmed myself up a little bit. The tent went up no bother, that's about the only thing that did gone right. I'm starting to dry out a little bit now as well, which is good, so fingers crossed we'll bring you back in a little bit. Well, it started raining again, so I'm in my tent. I knew it wouldn't last for long. It's just been a total write-off, this camp, total write-off. But I'll put it to experience. You win some, you lose some. You cannot have it fair weather all the time, so we'll bring you back later. It's absolutely chucking it down. I haven't really been able to do all that much footage because it's been that wet. The weather is just totally atrocious, kind of doing out. I'm probably not going to do all that much footage now anyway for the rest of the night, so hopefully when the weather's a little bit better in the morning, we'll get a little bit more. Apparently not far from where I'm pitched here, you had the Burnmoor Corpse Road, which ran from Wasdale Head, I think, to Boot Village, and it was used to carry the dead on horseback to be buried at the church at Boot. So this one particular evening, the horse was carrying this young chap that had died, and for whatever reason the horse got spooked and decided to bolt with his body strapped to the horse. Disappeared into the moorland, and this young man's mother was that distraught, and you know, with it losing her son, and you know, and having that happen, it killed her as well. She ended up dying 3 months later. So again, her body was strapped to the horse in the usual fashion, and the horse that was carrying her body decided to bolt as well in exactly the same place, and the horse and her corpse was never ever seen again. And at that same time, the horse with this young chap on had returned with his rotten corpse still strapped to the horse, and it's reported that the horse with his mother strapped to it, roams these moors, haunting the area. Morning. Well, it rained all the way through the night and all of yesterday as well, so I got very little footage done, and I think I turned in about 9 o'clock because I couldn't stop shivering, and it took us about 2 hours to get my body core temperature up, but once I did, I was proper toasty. I mean, it's not really cold now. It's just when you get wet, everything gets soaked through to the skin, Your body temperature just drops dramatically. Even if you're wearing waterproofs, you know, the rain will always find a way to get in. So it's not raining at the minute, hence the footage. So we'll just keep our fingers crossed. We might do a little bit this morning. This is where we are anyway. There's my tent there. Visibility is a little bit better. There's the tarn in the background. I don't know whether you can see it there. There's Burnmoor Lodge, looking as sinister as ever there. I've got the pan on there for a brew. My Crusader mug. So we'll have a cuppa and we'll catch us in a bit. Yeah, I was yesterday. It just non-stop rain, and I got drenched basically, and my morale was just really low, to a point where I was just gonna pack my tent up and stuff it in my rucksack and bugger off. I was just pissed off, you know. It was just one of them sort of like days where nothing was going right. But once I had something to eat, I had like one of them boil in the bag beef casseroles and a little bit of mash, which is quite nice. Once I had that, I kind of like warmed up a little bit, and it boosted my morale up a bit. So that was the sort of like, you know, the tipping point what made us stay. Otherwise I would have just went back to the car and called it. But I'm pleased I stayed now, because I mean I'm met with this. Yeah, I mean, fair enough, visibility isn't all that good, but you know, it's still the tarn's like a mill pond. You can see the reflection off the hill there. So I'm lapping it up now, because I didn't have a chance to yesterday. So we'll catch us in a bit. My phone, what I'm using now, it must have got wet yesterday, and it was doing all sorts of stupid things going on, coming off. I couldn't switch it off, and it drained about 70% of my battery. So what I done was, luckily I had one of these energy storage devices which I plugged in, and it's got it back up to about 50%. So they're handy little things to have, and they weigh next to nothing as well. So, and you need your phone out here, because I'm about 2 hours away from any sort of civilization. If I lose my phone or lose my battery life on it, I'm knackered if I hurt myself. You know, I mean, I could have a heart attack or anything at my age. So it's peace of mind as well. But anyway, we'll finish off my brewing. We'll catch us in a bit. Cheers, big girls. Ooh, midges in it. Yeah. Bit of protein, never harmed anyone. Look at that. Worth the stay. I was so nearly just going to pack up yesterday, because I got that pissed off. I'm pleased I didn't. I braved it. Nobody can say that I'm a fair weather camper. I mean, you can see all the runoff in the hills just going into the tarn there. That's all I heard last night, just a rush of water. There was a farming couple that lived nearby. I think it was Mitterdale or Miterdale, however you pronounce it. And apparently the guy snored quite a lot in the night, and it drove his wife to madness. So what she done was, she boiled a pan of goose fat and poured it down his throat when he was asleep, and killed him. And she was found the next morning just laughing and dancing around this unfortunate man's dead body. Totally mad, totally off a rocker. But apparently his ghost wanders these fells, and you can hear the choking noise of the boiling goose fat going down his throat, just gurgling away. Again, I don't know if there's any truth in that or not, in that particular story. There might be. I mean, these stories have got to come from somewhere. But there you go. So I've had to contend with 2 ghosts during, or potential ghosts during the night as well as the rain and as well as being cold. So we'll bring you back in a bit. I thought I'd turn the camera around so you're looking at the scenery and not my ugly mug in the morning. Well, we're off. Wild camper's motto, leave no trace. Totally observed. And what do you know? The clouds starting to break. Bit of blue sky over there. Typical. Nice reflection off the hill there onto the tarn. Just have my last little look around before I go. The sinister Burnmoor Lodge there. Right, it's time to do what one shepherd said to the other shepherd. Let's get the flock out of here. Oh, I forgot to mention last night when I opened the tent door for a was, there was a frog right in front of it, staring us blank in the face. So somebody must have been watching over us in spiritual froggy form. It was just totally bizarre. I'll show you the footage when I get this together anyway, and you can see for yourself. The ground's really boggy and filled with water, and my feet's just absolutely sodden wet. And there's cow pats all over the place. I was getting a bit paranoid last night as well. I'm thinking what would happen if a cow decided to run into my tent. I would be just crushed to death. I had that, had the rain, and I had the 2 ghosts to contend with as well. still as you like, not a bit of wind, which makes a change. Normally it's blowing up a holy in this neck of the woods, and the midges are following us. So you have the wind, you don't have the midges. It's a pity I'm just starting to enjoy myself now, as I'm heading back towards the car, typical. Lovely walk. Probably one of my best part of the lakes, this. It's got some of Lakeland's highest mountains as well. I mean, you've obviously got Scafell and Scafell Pike. You've got Great Gable as well, and Lingmill and Kirkfell just behind us there. Love it, love it. Can't get enough of it. Right, the next time you'll see me, I'll be back at the car, hopefully. Well, I'm back at the car now. That's it. It'll certainly be a one to remember. So, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.